headed out on our first hiking adventure. Jackson and Jordan have headed out back to Charlotte about, 20-30 minutes ago. We're headed south toward the Pisgah National Forest, specifically going to Brevard, where there is a trail, and we hope to see about 3 waterfalls on it. We'll see how that looks.
So we just went into the Pisgah Forest Visitor Center. We got some information. We're going to head out now and see some waterfalls along the way.
So in the Pisgah National Forest, one of the first national forests established on the East Coast, and its entirety is contained in the borders of North Carolina. It's about 86,000 acres, and it was sold to the U.S. Forest Service in the early 1900s by Edith Vanderbilt for $5 an acre. And this used to be part of the Biltmore, the Vanderbilt estate. At one time, a logging company owned part of it as well, until Edith sold it to the Forest Service. We just hit our first waterfall, which is Looking Glass Falls, and it was really cool. But man, was there a lot of people down there.
Yeah.
Which I guess 4th of July weekend to be expected. But it was really nice. You could feel the cold spray come up the falls. We didn't even get that close. So the guys that are down there swimming down below the falls, that would have been pretty cool.
So we're headed up this trail to Moore Creek Falls. I think it's about 1.5 miles in and out, and it's supposed to be a really pretty waterfall. We'll see.
Moore Creek Falls, totally worth it. The hike wasn't bad. There's some elevation gain in a few spots, but it was relatively flat most of the way. But the falls were incredible. I got to go under them, got my head wet. It was cold. Water was very cold, as you would imagine for rain runoff. Anyway, not as crowded either. Very few people down there, and it was worth the hike for sure. About 3 o'clock, we pulled off in the Pink Beds picnic area to eat our, I guess, late lunch. We had delicious sandwiches, turkey and cheese with mustard, Cokes, and Tostitos. So unexpectedly taking the Frying Pan Trail near the top of Mount Pisgah, and we stopped here to get our National Park Pass, because the only place that had it locally with the military version of the pass for veterans. And so we found this trail, and it's about 0.3 miles, but it's unexpected, it's beautiful, and the air is much cooler up here. Okay, it's only 0.3 miles. This is great, it's kicking my butt. It's steep. This has been probably the most beautiful trail we've been on so far. Okay, granted, only been like 3 or 4, but this has been extremely nice. Private. We encountered one of the group on the trail. The wind is cool, and the trail is just full of plants and birds, and fortunately no bears. Okay, we just met some hikers going in the direction we passed earlier, and we asked them, and apparently there's a road. The summit trail ends at a road where you park, and then you literally just summit straight up to the top of the mountain. And we thought this was the summit trail. No, this is just the frying pan trail. So we walked this whole thing thinking we're gonna get to the summit, and we never did. So we have to go back on another day and get the summit trail, and then we'll do some video there.
But thankfully it was cooler than a frying pan.
That's the truth. All right, we're going back up, we think, to the summit of Mount Pisgah where the fire tower is. This is the trail we tried to get on a couple of days ago when we had kind of confusing information. Walked for I don't know how long, what, a mile or so in this really steep graded trail that eventually will lead here, but we weren't told that you can get on the trail right here and just hike straight up to the summit. So that's what we're doing today. There it is. Almost there. And honestly, this walk hadn't been that bad. It got steep in a couple places, but it was pretty nice. We made it to the fire tower, and now we're going to go up as high as we can go. I think all the way to the top, but you can't go in the actual fire tower observation post. We're going to go up and see what the views are like. Heading back down, that was well worth it. It was a pretty short trail. The views from on the tower, which I think you can still see behind me, the views from up there were pretty spectacular. You could see the entire mountain range, 360 basically. It was a good time of day to look too. So it was worth it. It was a pretty short hike actually. And tire was a little rickety on a few of those stairwells, but it was safe and everything. It was just, a little like a Carnival Ferris wheel in spots.